beloved K-dramas. Everyone has their own personal favorite, but today we are going to look at the 29 most loved productions of 2025, according to IMDb, just to keep things objective. How? Well, IMDb features user reviews where anyone can rate a movie or series they've watched on a scale of 1 to 10. Those ratings are used to calculate an average, which tells us whether we're dealing with a hit or a total flop. The worst productions boast an average below 4.0, while the real gems must have a score of at least 7.0. So, that was the first criterion. The second was that the title had to have at least around 2,000 reviews. That's how we got our list of the 29 highest rated K-dramas. I totally stole the idea, of course, but regardless, enjoy the show. First up, we have The Potato Lab. Now, this one sits right on the edge of having overwhelmingly positive reviews. It's a series where we follow the antics of a researcher with a total obsession for potatoes and her socially awkward boss. Simply lovely. The next one is also right on the edge. It's a K-drama where a couple pretends to have their lives all figured out while searching for stability, but it ends up with a total lack of communication just wrecking them from the inside out. The realism here is so brutal, you'll feel it hitting you right in the face. Summer vibes, young love, high schoolers, and it's all set in the 90s. Honestly, it's the ultimate healing for anyone still traumatized by 20th century girl. Trigger took the world by storm this year, with its brutal, dark vision of a world where blood flows in rivers, because suddenly anyone in Korea can buy a gun. If you're one of those TikTok editors making thirsty edits of the hot villains, thank you for your service. And if anyone's looking to edit another character with psychopathic tendencies, Hyperknife is a brilliant choice, or a psych word. The lead duo slices through ethics with such grace that you'll start seeing a scalpel as the perfect tool for mediating with your mentor. It's the ultimate show to test just how long you can hold your breath. I was actually pretty surprised to see Tastefully Yours so high up, especially since I'd only heard about it once or twice and it didn't really seem like anything special. But it's one of those rom-coms that first lures you in with gorgeous food shots and hypnotic chemistry, and then hits you with a sudden urge to go cook something yourself. Next up is My Dearest Nemesis, an office showdown between an otaku director and the woman who ruthlessly rejected him 16 years ago. It's a brilliant war of pettiness with some absolute top-tier chemistry. Coming in at number 22, Head Over Heels. It features the most stunning shaman I've ever seen. She's cramming for exams in the morning, and after school, she's just trying to make sure her crush doesn't drop dead before the next day. It's definitely one for the supernatural fans and anyone who loves to get absolutely lost in a K-drama. Woodboy is basically a story of constant fighting. Fighting and even more fighting, but at least it looks gorgeous. What do you guys associate with America? Capitalism? Opioids? School shootings? Or maybe John Wick? Personally, that last one is at the bottom of my list. But yeah, they do have that franchise. Honestly, I wouldn't have expected a Korean version of it to get so much hype, but Mercy for None is the perfect proof. As You Stood By looks like your typical drama with a solid cast, but it's actually just a depressing, emotional roller coaster. Definitely not for people looking for a laugh. At number 18, Dynamite Kiss. It's a romance that's more addictive than gambling. You start with just one more episode, and next thing you know, it's 4 AM. No Other Choice has a solid rating, but it also has an insane number of reviews. I was actually shocked by the volume. It's basically the frontman from Squid Game being unemployed. He's the perfect candidate who takes eliminating the competition a little too literally. A K-drama where you can make out with your brother, get offered up as a ritual sacrifice, and watch rich parents unleash their private goon armies on each other. Dear Hongrang sits right before the top 15. It's highly controversial, but as it turns out, it's also a fan favorite for enthusiasts of high-budget trauma. Karma, a tight 6-episode thriller. It's basically a lesson that the bill for your past mistakes always comes due. It's hard to say much about this one without getting into spoiler territory, but I can tell you this, it's ruthless and incredibly gripping. Just a notch above is The Price of Confession. It's a deadly pact for freedom and a crime that serves as the only ticket to exoneration. But honestly, it's a story that mocks its characters and toys with your faith at every turn. 13. He is the definition of a man written by a woman, an acts of service personified. Don't watch this if you don't want your standards raised to an even more unrealistic level. At number 12, the only GLK drama on this list. Friendly rivalry. We've seen quite a few thrillers and romances so far, but this obsessive chemistry is in a league of its own. Between the cutthroat rat race, the study drugs, and a psychopathic best friend who wants you all to herself, it's just wow. Undercover High School is the kind of show where you start as an NIS agent and end up as a high schooler, unless you blow your cover the second a teacher calls on you to answer a question. 9 Puzzles is a criminal puzzle that pulls you in so deep, you'll completely forget what classic investigations even look like. Coming in at number 9, Dear Ex, a thriller where your life falls apart, not because of your enemies, but because you fell for a gorgeous and completely toxic sociopath. Our Unwritten Soul breaks the 7.9 barrier, landing at number 8. Honestly, if you've never wanted to swap lives with someone else just to escape your own mess, feel free to cast the first stone. It's a deep dive into identity and what happens when you try to outrun your own shadow. Seeing all that existential dread this high on the list? Truly inspiring. Number 7, another total classic, Beyond the Bar, a legal drama where some people's morality evaporated faster than your dad going out for milk. Claiming the final spot before the top 5 is Resident Playbook. It follows rookie doctors taking their first steps into the ruthless world of medicine, where every shift is a messy cocktail of chaos, tears, and absolute sleep deprivation. Sometimes it's just a routine checkup, and other times they really have to think on their feet when things go sideways. It's basically a return to the beloved Hospital Playlist universe, but from a completely fresh perspective. And now, let's kick down the door to the top 5. Kicking things off is the K-drama Bon Appetit, Your Majesty. There are about a million dishes on screen at all times, but let's be real, you'll be too busy drooling over the male lead to notice. Hands down, the best comedy of the year. Study Group has a killer soundtrack. Was that enough to win over 6,000 people? I don't know, probably not. Aside from that, it's a solid drama about surviving a school crawling with delinquents. It might sound cliché until you realize it's actually a high-octane, addictive action show. And obviously, the entire cast? Their face cards never decline. Taking the bronze is the Trauma Code, Heroes on Call. It's a surgical asylum for a bunch of loud-mouthed geniuses who patch up patients in a million different ways. A literal bloody battlefield of pure chaos. It's sitting at an 8.4 rating based on 9,800 reviews. In second place, Our Movie. It's supposedly a melancholy drama, but it's more addictive than... Actually, just insert your own obsession here. I've run out of metaphors. Honestly, living through every tiny, mundane moment with these characters was such a rich and beautiful experience. It felt so incredibly full and real, even if I spent most of it crying my eyes out. It's sitting at a solid 8.7 rating with over 2,200 reviews. Taking the crown at number 1, When Life Gives You Tangerines. Not only is the IU and Park Bo-gum duo absolutely phenomenal, but this is hands down one of the most deeply human stories ever put on screen. You laugh, you cry, and by the end, you start looking at life through a completely different lens. It's the ultimate complete experience. We're talking a 9.1 average from over 34,000 reviews, all for a show that hasn't even been out for a year.